And it's time for another.
Yes. Showtime. Yeah. I got a bit of some ranting to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Because, in the words of my gold mine, Mark Hyder, he can't join us tonight, but it's time for another Yeah. As you can see, Mr. Macro is rubbing his forehead. He doesn't know what to make of that, do you?
No.
Yeah, I don't blame you
Is
either.
that autistic screeching?
Yes. It's how it works.
Not to be mistaken with everything Tommy Inchy's 2010 says, but autistic screeching nonetheless.
Okay, I'll stop. Okay, enough with the vlog torture. That was a remix of Mark Hyder that I made recently, because I just had to remix Mr. Hyder, and I think someone just recently heard the audio and was like, "What the heck is going on here tonight?" Got me some best damn root beer. Oh yeah, wait a minute, I can't have that word on here anymore. Oh shoot, I'm gonna get demonetized. Or can I use the word?
It's not
damn?
that great. I've drank it. It's not that great. But yeah, watch your damn mouth.
You're right. That's not very good.
Yeah.
That does not taste like root beer at all.
It tastes vaguely like root beer, and it's weak.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of that aftertaste either. This might be a rough podcast. I might have to get something a little bit more stiffer than that, because that's just not gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying?
You don't say stiff following rough.
Oh yeah, but with that, we got a
just
stiff
asking
intro.
for it.
Oh, yeah, this is really stiff. Ooh, yeah, getting stiff up in here. Yeah. Okay, how many people are feeling pretty stiff after that intro? No, I agree.
That is a...
Yeah. I've seriously got to come up with a new intro, but I'm too lazy.
I mean, I could say that intro unpops cherries, or what's the term? Deflates all boners. Non-titillating.
It's a total turnoff. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That sums it up nicely.
Yeah, that sums it up very, very nicely. Kind of like where this podcast is going to go later on. But first, I gotta ease into it. You know, we got the lead topic, which is I have been Googling and researching online on how to set up a solar system. Now, setting up a solar system is nothing like building a computer. At least when you're looking for computer parts, you can look up reviews, you got YouTube videos. You know, you can get the right direction on what you're trying to build, you know. But in the solar panel world, I'm Googling and YouTubing like crazy, and everyone has like 50 different directions to go. I am just totally confused. Totally confused. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting here looking on Amazon. They got these 100-watt, 12-volt solar panels, right? Okay, that sounds cool. And then I run into other things where they got like these 255-watt jobbers here. I wonder where I got my thumbnail from. Anyways, they want like $300 for one little panel. And then you go for the 100 one, and it's like, oh, we want 119 for this thing. And then on top of it, you got to connect it to this thing called a charge controller. Now, these things are everywhere over the internet. And I still have yet to find one with the right Linux distro installed on it. They don't make it that way. No. Yeah. Some of them have, this thing has an Ethernet cable on it, but it says the software is Windows only. And I want to connect this thing to a Raspberry Pi. So that upsets me right there. And most of them, some of them may actually come with USB ports on these things. I want USB ports. Let's take a look at this one I'm just clicking on. See that? At least this one here, it's got USB ports on this bad boy. You could charge your phone on that thing. Well, this one's got one USB port. I've seen some with more. And how much do they want for this thing? Oh, $17.99. It's probably not going to last very long. Well, it's a 10 amp. I don't even know what that means. I'm a computer geek. That doesn't even make any sense. Is that going to charge my phone? Is that going to charge my laptop? I'm totally confused. All right. So you go to the charge controller, and you got these little things you can get. You can get an LCD screen, to look at information. It looks all pretty. It looks good in the pictures. At least this one kind of has an operating system on it. It might be Linux. I don't know. It probably is. Some cheap little thing. And then after that, you get it all connected. You got to... where'd the battery go? Okay, there's the battery. And then you got to connect it to this thing called a battery. And you can go... you can go lithium-ion, but those are ridiculously expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can go for one of these 100 amp hour. How long is a 100 amp hour going to last me? Can I plug my laptop into it and do a live stream, within an hour? It says 100 hours.
It's got a lot of numbers to run.
I know. It's
too many numbers.
It's just way too much math. My head is about ready to explode. I'm sitting here browsing Amazon, and I'm looking at reviews. Some people saying some of this stuff sucks. Some of it say it works. I look up on YouTube. They're saying, oh, yeah, this stuff works really great. And then other people are like covering their entire RVs in solar panels. No joke. Look at this. I'm gonna find this YouTube video. Why do I want to search in Yahoo? I want to search Google. Okay, but let's see. I gotta find it. Pandemonium. Yeah, that's this chick's YouTube channel. Videos. I want videos. Where's videos? I don't even know if I spelled that right. Okay. No. YouTube, RV, YouTube, YouTuber. Okay, well that works, right? Okay. Well, I can't even find her that way. Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. Pandemonium TV, is this it? No. I ran into something else. What here? Panda YouTube channel. Okay.
We're doing it live, folks.
Yeah. Even better is what just came up on the search results. Oh. Let me be a little bit more specific there. No, I gotta think we're Panda Express. You know what? I'm gonna have to go over to YouTube and find out my YouTube subscriptions, because see, this is a problem when you make a YouTube channel. Don't make your channel name so hard that somebody can't find you unless they got a link to your ass. Seriously, that's really weird. And I go to YouTube, and my bookmark still says YouTube broadcast yourself on it. It doesn't say that anymore. No, it doesn't. They removed the broadcast yourself from the YouTube logo, which we'll get into a bit, which kind of makes me a little bit upset in some worlds. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. All right, Pandemonium. Where the heck is your channel here? Oh, that's how you spell it. How the heck is anybody going to find your channel when you spell it that way? Okay, let me put this over here. But anyways, she's got this RV, and she's got it covered in freaking solar panels. Yeah, Pandemonium. Death Valley National Park. That explains it. And yeah, okay, here we go. Here's let me zoom in there. Get a nice little control zoom on that thumbnail. She's thumbing down on that one. Look at this chick. She's got like more solar video here, And then she's got these videos. It got the RV. She's got the whole side covered in these things. And then the back. And look at this. Look at this chick. Seriously. Do I need that many solar panels? Yeah.
No. God, no.
No, I don't.
Props to her, but wow.
I think that's a little bit overkill. and she's got a pretty good setup. I mean, but she could run a whole I don't know, air conditioner off that thing. And on top of it, you got these inverters. And I'm trying to find one of these inverters, and all I want one with an LCD screen showing me how much my power uses. And then there's this term I recently learned. I didn't even know it existed. What's the term?
True sine wave?
Yes, pure sine wave. Is actually pure sine waves and then modified sine wave. I didn't even know what that was until I looked up a YouTube video and seen what the difference is. Basically, on the modified ones, you ain't gonna run no laptop. They even tell you no using power tools, no using fans. You basically can charge your phone, and that's about it with it. That's it. That's all it's good for. At least this one I found, and they went $151 for it. Okay, this one's a I think is a pure. I think I don't even know. Yeah, no, this is a modified one actually, but it's got the cool LCD screen. It's got like a little battery meter on it. It looks cool. It doesn't have an Ethernet cable and connectable. You can't connect that thing to an Ethernet cable. And then you got a simple inverter here. It's just like hook up your wires here and plug in your stuff on the other end. Who knows? But this one's like almost $600. And I don't even know if this is compatible with this, or this or that battery or this charge controller. Because I definitely want the one with USBs on it because I need to charge a phone or something off of it. And then do I need all these super high-powered solar panels that are like 225 watts? And basically, from what I understand, it doesn't matter the watts on the solar panel because that's just the power going into the batteries. It's what you can pull from the batteries and the amp hours. You know what I mean? Have you ever... You're
overthinking it.
Have you ever played with solar technology? I haven't.
I haven't played with solar a lot, but I have played with like dry camping, inverters, battery solutions. My dad's been doing that stuff on and off for a decade, so I have some experience with it. They just recently kind of broke into solar because they got a new RV that actually had a built-in charge controller and a socket for solar panels on the roof. So they have a 150 watt on there right now. Just keeps the battery topped up.
Yeah, but what do they run on it? Do they run laptops, charge their phone?
Well, they got, I think, a 2 kilowatt inverter. So you could run, say, the fridge. You might barely get by running the AC. There's a lot of starting current on a compressor.
Well, at least in my RV situation, I don't got the AC, but I definitely want to try to run some type of DC fridge or some type of refrigerator off of it instead of the propane.
Yeah. Well, you can. I can't remember the brand, but a lot of people have been doing the full-time RVing or van living. They get 12-volt compatible, so they can run them straight off the battery packs, and a good battery pack will seem to be able to run those things for a few nights or at least a week. As long as you keep your alternator or your battery or your solar stuff going, it should almost.
Well, what's interesting is I recently purchased, those LED light strips, so I could put it around the edge. But the thing came with a plug-in for AC, and I'm thinking, I haven't found a device to go from the 12-volt DC to straight 12-volt DC, which these lights run on. But the problem is it comes with this weird adapter that's AC. So basically, am I going to have to go 12-volt, use an inverter to go from AC back to 12-volt? That just seems ridiculous. Why can't I just hook it up? There's got to be a device. I don't know what it's called because people are like, oh, just Google it. But if you don't know the name of this stuff or what it's called, it's like Googling into a bottomless pit because I'm Googling random stuff like 12-volt to 12-volt and, adapters. And I'm getting AC adapters. I'm not getting what I want because I don't know the terminology. It's all new to me. It's confusing. And it's making my brain go, this hurts. At least if I can get the charge controller with the USB, okay, there we go. I can power the all the microcomputers, because like all the microboards, they all connect, USB power into them. So that's a cakewalk. But I'm having a difficult time getting the 12-volt battery to connect to a 12-volt device without having to have an inverter in the middle. I don't know what that device is called.
That shouldn't be terribly hard, but
You're talking to a noob here. I mean, I feel like I just booted up a new video game I've never played before, and it's confusing, and it's driving my brain bonkers. I'm just like, bam.
And it's kind of a game you're not sure you want to put the effort into learning.
Well, not learning, but money. If I buy something, I'm like, this totally sucks. Like, okay, yeah, I'll go pop up a $500 inverter or something, and this inverter doesn't work. Or I get these $300 solar panels. I mean, just like this one right here for $300, this 225-watt solar panel, which I measured it. I could fit 2 panels on the roof on that tiny RV, just 2. So I'm definitely limited. I can either go 200 watts to the 100 watts or do this 255, get about 500 watts out of this thing. And one of the first reviews, the guy's complaining, says only puts out 50 watts. I don't know if he screwed it up. Did he hook things up wrong? What did he do? I don't know what's going on.
Hard to say.
It could have been his fault.
I could definitely understand your frustration. I mean, if you're trying to look up how to do it online, like my parents never did it online. We just kind of figured that out as we went. Only crashed and burned a little bit, thankfully, but it is definitely kind of a risk investment.
It is, because I'm looking at these parts and I'm thinking, this is about $1,000, maybe a $1,500 investment.
Yeah.
That's some serious cash in here. I'm like, all right, well, recently I put about $100 just painting the walls and making things look pretty. That's easy. I can handle that. Anybody can, Only problem is I still got to get down to, getting the engine and everything and the transmission and the carburetor rebuilt, and that's probably going to cost a nice penny. But you got to realize but I guess one good thing about it is when I buy all this stuff, I'm able to say I get a different RV later. This is stuff I can take with me, depending if the quality is good enough and I can take it with me or not. Or I can use it to raise the value. I don't know. Because as far as I know, they don't actually even new RVs. They can't even get solar panels in them unless you buy like some super $100,000 or $500,000 damn deal. And I'm not going to buy a $500,000 RV. I'd rather put a few thousand into it, pump some gas, and hit the road, man. I might even put a spoiler on the back of this thing. Yeah. It's the Anthroid way.
It's not tall enough already.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah. And I measured it. It's like 10 feet. That's not very much room. Especially when there's this railroad bridge near my house. And I didn't pay attention that was 12 feet, 10 feet, 2 inches. I'm surprised I didn't rip like one of the little vent thingies off. But I did it, and I wasn't even paying attention because I'm thinking I'm driving. It just feels like a vehicle to me, and I'm just like, I keep forgetting.
Oh, it's just a big van, no big deal.
It's the big van. No. Even when I'm driving down the highway, I got that sucker up to about 70 miles per hour, and I realize a lot of people are online. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You should stick around 55 to 65. No. I'm sitting there and saying, well, I'm doing about 75, 80 here. It feels pretty good. Even the trucks passing. Well, it's a smaller RV, so even when the trucks pass, it didn't really jolt me like I was expecting. But then again, it isn't really full of any, full of stuff. It's just empty. Which will explain it, get solar panels, get other stuff going on there, what's going on there.
Yeah, if you get it loaded with water, gas, everything, you probably add easily 1,000 pounds in there.
Oh, yeah, especially the water.
Gas, yeah.
I mean, water's heavy, especially.
I think my parents would do that for that very reason, just to help kind of weigh it down, stabilize it. But they never done a motorhome. They've always done tow-behind trailers, but the principle still kind of applies.
Well, at least with the tow trailer, you just pull that sucker. I don't know. I've never, and that was a reason why I went with the motorhome over a trailer, is because, first of all, that would require buying another vehicle to tow it, and then I got to deal with the, towing it, because I've never towed anything behind a vehicle before. I have driven large vehicles before. I've even driven a dump truck once in my life. So I'm not intimidated by the size of the vehicle. I just never towed anything behind the vehicle, ever. Or trying to backing it up. Yeah. Totally unknown experience for me. It's just a different world. So with that, if anybody runs into this podcast, the RV life out there runs into this thing, if it hasn't been flagged, yeah, I need some tips. I need some help, because I'm just, totally confused.
There's probably a lot of RV stuff online, but not a whole lot of people who are really good at this are necessarily online. No perfect guides anywhere.
That's the trouble I'm running in. And some of the times I run into videos on YouTube, but not like any hardcore tutorials. It's just like, oh, I installed solar in my RV today, and this person set it up for me. Oh, great. There's no hands-on. This is what I did. This is what I purchased. It's a little bit different than from like the tech world that I'm used to. Yeah.
Where everything's modular, everything's set to go together. Brave new frontier.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I might be growing my hair back, but it might be gone again. Yeah. Moving on to our next topic, and it's very, very dark, and I just need to rant about this because all I'm hearing around YouTube and other podcasts, thank you, PewDiePie, for ruining it for the rest of us. Thank you.
Pewds.
Yeah, if you haven't figured out in recent YouTube times, advertisers are pulling out. YouTube in the last week has tightened the reins. And I mean, they're tightening it down. And now, as you can see, I'm a channel that not really into political or talking about conspiracy theories or doing all this other stuff that a lot of people are already complaining about, getting their videos demonetized. Right. That makes sense. But, however, when you get a video of you ice skating as a little kid, demonetized because it's not ad friendly. And I'm going to kind of screen share here. Right now, YouTube gives us this little option here. It says, you click up here where it says view by, public, unlisted, blah, blah, blah. But the very bottom here says not advertiser friendly. Right now, this week I've had 5 videos demonetized, and this was my recent failure at trying to win a battle. And this is another one of those examples of a video. How is it not advertiser friendly? The video is called the DKU in Japan. You can see here, not eligible for monetization. And I did submit it, to see if they will monetize it. And they're like, nope, we're not going to have that. And what's so bad about this video? What's so bad about it? It's just a video. It's 15 seconds long to begin with.
Look at what Japan's Donkey Kong Country looks like. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, you might say, okay, well, you're in a game shop in Japan and you're showing off Donkey Kong Country games on the Super Famicom. Well, okay, yeah. But let's go ahead and take a look at my tags. Do you see Nintendo anywhere in there? The tags are AnthWare Vlogs, AnthWare Studio, Vlog Montana, and JVlog Japan, Vlog, DKU in Japan, DK Vine, which is a website that this was submitted to. Donkey Kong Universe, DK Universe in Japan, Donkey Kong Country. Okay, well, Macro had a good point here. He's like, well, maybe it's because it's Nintendo, and as you heard there, you heard some Nintendo music, but as you can see, there's no, if it was Nintendo music, this would be another problem that I would be dealing with, which is a, copyright claim, where they claim the video for copyright issues. No. That's not a copyright issue here. They just, I think it's the word DKU in my title. I think that was the key word that flagged it to get it taken demonetized. That's my speculation, because it does have a meaning in the Urban Dictionary, something does something ugly or something. Drop dead known ugly or something. Something like that. But another video was the ice skating. Yeah, it's in my recommended here. Now this one, thankfully, I did get monetization back. I did submit an appeal on it, and they did come back to me in a day and say, oh, we're sorry, this was taken down in error, blah, 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 blah. All right, so I got it back. Some videos that already were kind of a given. They were my most, I don't know, you can kind of guess from the title. So one of them here is, I can see Skit 19, The Catch. It wasn't originally called that. I just re-uploaded it to see if I can get it monetized again. And then this HD Retired Birds here, as again, remonetized. The original titles to this video was Skit 19 was To Catch a Pedophile. Okay, I can understand why I got demonetized, and they denied me remonetization. So all I did was re-upload it, change the title, and remove pedophile from the tags, and oh, everything's a-okay again. So it's telling me the system looks at your tags and title and doesn't really look at the content in the video. So saying fuck and shit and all this other stuff in your videos, probably okay, because it's not like the music where it's scanning for certain sounds or music instruments. And HD Retired Birds was originally called HD Dead Birds. Keyword dead is what got it flagged. And on the ice skating, it was the word ice that got it flagged. Interesting. So here I've been able to re-upload these videos, get them remonetized, get them back, into the, it was kind of a more of an experiment. I wanted to see if the system was going by your tags or if it actually like scans the video content. No, obviously it doesn't, because I've been able to remonetize them by deleting, re-uploading. And there we go. That's how you get now I've got to actually think about what I'm putting in my titles and my tags. And here's the best part about it. Here it's picking on ice skating, it's picking on dead birds, and it's picking on my pedophile video. But let's go ahead and search my videos by how many of them got the word fuck in them. All right. Oh, look at this. Look at this. All monetized. Every one of these videos have the word fuck in them. It's in the titles, too. Wiping my ass with Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, why isn't that Donkey Kong Country? What is going on here? This system doesn't even make sense. Fucking article. Odroid and the internet hates us. What do we have a cuss word in that description? I don't remember. I have to look at it, because that came up under when I typed fuck. I don't remember having that in there. Is it something in the? Look at my tags. Look at pacemakers. Oh, is that gonna get me? Is that gonna get me demonetized? I'm trying to figure out why this came up under the search, and I'm fucking my own channel. William Shatner's a brony. The internet hates us. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got hate in this one. Is this one going to be future flagged?
All I know is I was looking up something and I lost my train of thought when you said wipe your ass with Donkey Kong Country.
Well, see, my newer content is not, a little bit different, but in the deep dark AnthWare catalog, in the very deep dark, like I said, I'm surprised the system hasn't flagged these yet. I'm expecting it to happen someday, but me ice skating, me showing video games in Japan, demonetized, but yet, fucking a cat is still monetized. Dollar pussy is still monetized. Fuck that slut is still monetized. And fucking me on Friday is still monetized. What's wrong with this automated system? But ice skating is not advertiser friendly. Help me.
What does the world come to?
I find it kind of funny, but like I said, I've been re-uploading, kind of toying with the system. I've done it with the copyright claims. I've discovered that, oh, well, if somebody copyright claims you pull the video. Usually I just pull the video and re-upload it, but I do a little tweaking to the audio just to see if it'll bypass the Content ID system, and I found a lot of neat little tricks to bypass that system. So now I've got another system now to keep my videos from getting demonetized. You see, I got Super Chat. I got a Patreon, which I just noticed they recently activated me for Super Chat. And I wonder if I could send myself a Super Chat.
I'm trying to remember who said it, but a few YouTubers have said that just having Patreon in your description
Yes, I ran
can
into that one too.
demonetize you.
Yeah, because it's another site. It's something that's different. You know, you're supporting another company. And where did I see that? Was it a guy with a beard? I think it would get.
I don't know. There's a guy I follow, Styx Hexenhammer, political commentator, has been pointed that out to me.
Yeah, I ran into that video at some point because I'm looking up because I was trying to find anybody on YouTube who's had the issue of me where completely innocent videos of ice skating. And I can even go and play this video now. Like I said, this was a video. At least they were nice enough to me on this one to where they actually said, okay, you can have your monetization back. We made a mistake. We screwed up, you know? But I can understand why To Catch a Pedophile and HD Dead Birds, I can understand that one. That makes sense. You know, why it's not ad revenue. But at least somebody is reviewing this stuff. It starts to make me wonder if there's a human doing it. When you file a complaint and an appeal, that somebody is actually reviewing these videos. But as we can see here, ice skating, it's a video of me as a kid playing around on ice skates. That's all it is. I don't even cuss in the video because I'm a kid, you know? It's just my dad filming me ice skating. That's all this video is. And that's not advertiser friendly. But luckily, I go to the monetization tab. Everything's back to normal. They at least sent me an email saying, oh, we're sorry. You know, it's okay. You're all right. Now, I did, like I said, I got denied on the pedophile video, but all I did is, like I said, I re-uploaded it, changed the title, changed the tags a little bit. Still, it's monetized. So I think we've got a new demon to beat here, a new horse to beat. If we're going to survive on YouTube and want to be monetized, exactly, Clips. And by buttfuck, I mean what YouTube does to YouTubers. This is what they're doing. At least to me, it doesn't really affect me much. This is not making me rich. It's not a full-time job. So demonetizing my video, and I'm like, okay, delete it, re-upload it, change some tags. I bypass the system. I'm working the system. Now, for a YouTuber who may have like 1 million views on a video, yeah, removing it, re-uploading, changing tags, it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt the pocketbook because it takes 30 days for that money to register. So if you delete it within the first 30 days, it's gone.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Exactly.
And that brings me to another point. I'm leaving full screen, my MCN. I've submitted to get out of this thing. Originally, it wasn't about the money. It was the reason why I signed up for full screen. Because back in 2012, 2013, you used to not be able to upload videos past 15 minutes and over like 20 gigs in size. And you couldn't have thumbnails. Your videos would no longer be susceptible to the Content ID scanning system, automatically monetized and not being scanned by now a bot that checks your tags. We had all these features. You were able to live stream. But now, with my current MCN, YouTube gives that to people by default now. So what is my MCN doing? I'm not protected by the false copyright claims anymore. I'm not protected by demonetization now. Everyone can upload a video at any length, at any file size now. They can put thumbnails in there now. They can get monetized through Google AdSense, whereas before, back in the past, that was a nightmare. It had to go through a weird approval process, and pretty much you had to go through the network to get it. So what is the MCM doing for me now? Besides just taking a cut of my money. There's no perks anymore. They're like, give me that money. Android, give me that. That's my beer.
I gotta give credit where it's due, even to the devil himself. Onion said years ago that there really stopped being a point to being on a network years ago. There's enough YouTube tools available and resources available. There's really no advantage anymore.
No. Back in the day when we signed up, when it was MCN, they were just scooping everyone up. At the time, we couldn't put thumbnails on our videos. We couldn't upload videos past 15 minutes. We couldn't have all these features. But now the features are given to everybody.
Yeah. We long outgrown the need for it.
Yeah. So I'm stuck in my contract is dying next month. So I put in a request. I'm getting the hell out of there. Because the only person is making money. It's just like almost like the Patreon deal. Unless you make enough money on Patreon, you're not getting the money. So even like on full screen, they're taking all this little chump change that I'm earning. I'd rather get my $10. It's $10 to me, even though I get it demonetized. But that's my battle. And you know what? The network's not battling it for any. They used to battle this stuff for you. They used to battle the copyright claims and protect you from that. And what they're doing now. No, they stopped doing that. Now all of our videos are susceptible to the same thing as a normal user as a network partner. And the network, they even say, oh, we're going to promote you. Where's my goddamn promotion? Come on. 7,000 subscribers after how many years? Where's my promotion? Where's my pay?
We lied.
Exactly.
It was never going to happen.
The only thing they're going to do is take a cut. So I think a lot of YouTubers out there, if you're under a network, get out. Go back to AdSense, use a Patreon, do something different, because the only people who are making money right now are the networks. And after what we've seen happen to Maker Studios kicking everyone off almost everyone off the network and pretty much closing it down, shutting down websites, shutting down services. How long is it before the other networks? Or how long is it before YouTube says, oh, guess what? We're not supporting these networks, and they kick them all off. Which I think YouTube needs to do, because there's no purpose to a network anymore. There's no benefit. There's no perk. There's no nothing. They need to go. It's over. That era of YouTube is done. And with the way things are going and popular advertisers coming in, I think they're even going to slowly start to kick us out, little guys. They're going to just boot us off slowly. Not just actually delete our accounts and kick us or ban us, but okay, we'll pull a little ad revenue off your ice skating video, and we're going to cause problems for you. Because it just might be controversial. Because ice skating as a kid is controversial. Because PewDiePie made some jokes.
And Washington Post or New York Times or some dinosaur media tried to blow it up as more than what it really was. And domino effect. That's
how it works. Now, I did have one person that wanted to jump in here. I don't know who he is. He's bugging me on my my social networks. He has something he wants to say about all this. Let's bring him on here, and hopefully he behaves himself this time, because we don't need my video demonetized because I have this guy on here.
Exactly.
Can that happen? When are they gonna? What if they started like flagging and demonetizing videos because of who you collaborate with? Because of certain keywords in your tag,
Oh no, that would be definite.
I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put him past him. Now, boy, tell me what you think about this whole YouTube demonetization, the demonic, how YouTube wants to control our content, tell us what we can do, and if we don't do it their way, they're going to take your money, they're going to take your house, they're going to take your car, they're going to take your wife, they're going to come for it all.
Well, here's the funny thing. I have spoken to YouTube. YouTube has called me on the phone. I've spoken with YouTube, actually.
And what did they say?
They basically say they want people to make better content. They want
better, more like behave, spanking the butt. You're going to do it our way. We don't care that you have an opinion and you have the right to say what you want in this country.
Yeah, and I said, that's ridiculous. It's like, like you're making us walk on eggshells. No, sir, we're not making you walk on eggshells. I'm like, that's exactly what you guys are doing. You guys are trying to make us walk on,
Basically, we're going to have to go back to doing this as a hobby, which probably wouldn't be a bad thing, but there is a lot of people out there that do this and earn money. And
they put food on their plate.
What do they give us? They give us a super chat feature now. We can make money that way. Unless they're trying to tell us, oh, because advertisers are going bye-bye, we're going to give you another avenue to earn money. Or have people, give you to your Patreon.
Not everybody can donate because not everybody's rich, okay? Because like if you find a donator that's like a millionaire or something like that, your average subscriber is not a millionaire. It's not possible.
Well, yeah, like some people in there, they want me to kill them.
My take on it is YouTube is and always was somewhat of a fringe job, nothing certain. And the same thing can be said about advertisers. There's only so much money, only so many advertisers.
Well, okay. Oh, let's just.
I don't think you can apply.
We can blame PewDiePie because a long time ago when I was uploading videos, there was like videos of all sorts of crazy shit here on YouTube.
It's always been that way. It's always been that way. But they made an example of PewDiePie. He was the camel, the straw that broke the camel's back is what I'm trying to say. That did all this, and for the most part, you're looking at it and you're going, okay. What is going on here?
These community guidelines have been in place for a few years. They just only recently started to enforce them because, hey, it's starting to bite them in the ass with advertisers that it's not. You can say you're all for freedom of speech, but
okay. Let's just take it this way. Let's just say a site like Pornhub. Let's say Pornhub opened up another division for content creators. Pornhub can get the advertisers for us. Seriously. I mean, I don't mind if I'm uploading a video and there's an ad for some, adult toys or some porno website. I'm okay with that as a content creator. I'm totally cool with that. I have nothing against it. Why doesn't a site that has the hosting capabilities? I would say Pornhub would be the better candidate for building a YouTube alternative because they got the servers, they got the advertisers. They just call it another division, but it's part of the same company. And I believe that type of company, if they actually focused on it, they could have a market here because they got advertisers. I mean, there's people out there who want to advertise, whether it be for some smut or some porno or some sex toys or whatever. There are advertisers who would pay for people who have got sick humor content or controversial content. So maybe some politicians want to advertise on somebody who is a Hillary supporter and hates Trump. There you go. You got somebody to advertise on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, this seems to happen with all good things, though. All good things must come to an end. And the point I wanted to really drive home was, and I know this isn't fair for people who do YouTube for a living, freedom of speech doesn't guarantee you're able to get paid for that speech.
I don't think we have ever been paid for our speeches, but that's just...
I guess some people do.
Well, yeah. He's got beautiful hands.
Beautiful. Huge.
But that's how I feel. I'm just upset. I just think this whole system, I don't even know if YouTube's going to make it into the future. Will YouTube be around in the next 10, 15 years? I don't know. I don't even know if it'll have that.
Being a jackass.
Hey, Tommy?
Yeah, sorry.
Mute yourself or something for a minute.
All I heard was Keemstar Jackass. Got it.
Cool. Okay, now that I'm done ranting about that, I got another rant to do here. And then because it's a little bit in this RV thing, I need to expose this girl. I need to expose her with with that hair.
Not that.
That hair. And that face. This chick has gone way too far. Not only is I believe she's scamming it, because she's not even building her van. She's not doing anything with this 112 subscribers, probably making money that's not even getting demonetized because she's freaking young. And what made me mad was this recent video she uploaded says, what about an address? Living in a car, 5 ways to get a mailing address. Now, normally, that's good information. But when you take the information from another channel who is a true van dweller, such as Cheap RV Living here, you're taking this guy's advice, which came from a video called Driver's License for Nomads. you take the content of that video, the links, and all the information from that video, slap your cute little face on it. That's wrong. And on top of it, this girl is not making any progress in building that van. She isn't even really traveling. And in the video here where she's talking about the address, she must be at a city park behind an airport, because all I can hear is airplanes in the background. She's trying to, in this video, she's trying to look like, she's in the middle of nature here.
On your situation, but you can
and every few seconds you hear these airplanes just going
near you and get it
flying in the background, just tearing up the background. So she's like, what, in a park next to the airport? And then there's other videos in here where she's sitting in a backyard with a fence behind her. Or in a room. I think it was like this one, like you're right here. Van life update. She's in a room. You can see the wall behind her. She's in a room and you can hear the echo. And then you scroll down and there's other ones where you could see here's a brick wall. She's definitely in a yard here. This girl is scamming everybody, making them think she's living in her vehicle, and she's not. Because when you go and compare her to people like Cheap RV Living over here, who actually do live in a van and give good advice, and then she's taking the advice from this channel and putting it on her channel, it just burns me up. And I can't believe it, because Cheap RV Living has been around a lot longer, and he has about 55,000 subscribers. And then this Hobo Ahle comes and just basically takes his content, redecorates it with her face on it, and gets over 100,000 subscribers. That's wrong.
Yeah, I can't blame a girl for being easily marketable.
Pass, please.
Oh, great. What the hell's playing there?
Nothing's wrong with the elevator,
What the hell?
but you want to fix it.
Dang it.
Right.
So who sent you?
New guy.
I've got to, okay. There. But when this kind of stuff is happening, well, okay. Now, Pandemonium, another person who lives in her vehicle. True stuff here. If you notice about these vloggers, their videos reflect what they're doing. It's not just a girl looking cute in front of a camera telling you about stuff, which is information she stole from other channels. Sorry. I just had to get
I
that
mean, she
out
probably
of my
does have a
system.
pretty good thing going. I was looking at her social blade, and those figures on those are always here or there.
Well,
but
especially
she
now.
probably is breaking at least 1,000 a month on
Well,
social blade. She probably does do some freelance online work.
She
So
does. She
probably
does have a
make a pretty nice
Patreon. She
living.
does have a Patreon, but she's got her
Yeah.
total hidden. It's hidden.
Yeah,
I've never
which
seen a
kinda
Patreon
pisses
do
me
that
off.
before. So
I've
she's
seen people do that.
she's making money, but how come? Like I look at Cheap RV Living, this guy's got a 5-part video about fixing up his van and remodeling it. How come she's not doing that? She uploaded a tour of her van, but there's no progress in how many months, and she's making money. She's definitely making money off of YouTube. But she gives advice. She gets advice that she rips off from this guy. Of course, Cheap RV Living is an old guy. Okay, he's not pretty, but his advice is good. But when you take the old man's advice, slap a pretty girl on it, that gets you subscribers. That'd be like me
So
going.
we got ourselves a con artist, basically.
Oh yeah. She's conning it real good. And it's kind of funny. Other people said that she's using the word hobo, and other hobos on YouTube are pissed off because she's using that word, because the word hobo means a person who travels around and makes money and works. I didn't even know that until recently. I thought a hobo was a bum. I didn't know there was a difference between a hobo and a bum, but there is. But from this guy's video, he called her a hooker because she's hooking people in. She's not really a hobo.
I found it kind of amusing. I think it was a few videos ago. She was addressing like, "Oh yeah, I haven't done anything with the van, because I get distracted and just want to take a trip."
And another thing I noticed about her videos, have you noticed her videos? Somebody else is filming, and in one of the videos you could see
And
a male
someone
driving
asked
the
her
van.
about that in the comments. And some of the shots are getting like, okay, this person knows what they were doing. That was a sweeping shot right behind her. That wasn't just some random hiker or her family or friend like she claimed in the comments, because she does answer some questions in the comments. It seems pretty sketch.
And then there's been a few videos where you can see it's a male. whether it's a brother or a boyfriend, that's not coming out yet. But I'm waiting for the day that somebody finds this girl wherever she looks. She's getting popular enough that's going to happen where somebody local is going to run into her. And when, even Tommy can tell you what happens. When you get popular on YouTube, you can get discovered in a local environment.
Yeah, people will come up to you and say, I get this for the Food Dude Review Crew. Dude, Food Dude! Like, I have been making videos on YouTube since 2010. And then, like, as soon as me and Hamza start making videos, it's like, Food Dude! I'm like, I've been making videos on YouTube since 2010. How come I haven't had anything this? And then at one point, I had somebody out of town actually spot me when my channel was still small.
See, so even then, if you're a small channel, that's what I'm trying to say. Somebody's going to discover this girl, and they're going to follow her around the video camera. And even reading these comments, people are getting hungry for her bunghole. They want to butt fuck this girl. Yeah, I did go there. I was going to go there.
I thought you wouldn't. I thought you would keep it under control.
I tried to keep it under control, but yeah. But
Anthony wants a butt fucker.
In her van.
In a van?
By the river. By the river.
I'm 35 years old, and I live in a van down by the river.
Okay, moving on to our next topic since we're getting winded down for time. I think Mr. Macro has some explaining to do. A lot of explaining to do. Reason why he's been absent. That's why we haven't done podcasts in the last month. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, it's because I've been lazy. But
yeah, thank you.
But I think he's about to become one like me, a married man someday.
Maybe not that far, but sure, maybe in time.
Maybe in time. So how is it? You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good, yeah. Feeling pretty good. I've actually been kind of away from the internet for a good few weeks.
That's what happens.
Living a little bit, I guess.
When I first met my wife, Lydia, the first 3 months, I didn't even touch the internet. I didn't update my statuses. I didn't upload a video. I was basically dead to the internet. Why? Because it didn't matter.
My YouTube backlog is over 200 videos and will probably take 3 days to go through.
One of the funniest things back in the day when I went to Vlogger Fair, I didn't touch YouTube for a couple of days, and people were saying I was dead. Like Tommy died.
What's kind of funny is I've never had that problem. I just disappear and nobody comments a damn word on any social network, YouTube or not. It's just like, it's just quiet.
When
and
he
then I come back like,
Okay. I just realized, yeah, you're not in it for a living. Like, you still got a life outside this crap. It's just here nor there. Just living like the rest of us.
Oh, Eclipse Technology. What was that? South Park?
That is South Park.
Yeah.
I'm not your friend, guy. I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your friend, and I'm not your friend, guy. Was that Cartman? God, I don't remember. That was an old episode, too.
Yeah. There's really not much to explain. She's my old high school sweetheart. We just started talking again for the first time in 5 years. We kind of had a pretty bad falling out, a lot of deception and stuff. But
and then everything comes back together full circle.
Yeah. We both lived quite a bit since then, worked, matured somewhat.
Yeah, you don't mature until, like I said, I don't know if you hit your 30s yet, but things get different after there. That's when you start thinking about your health and eating differently. And you're like,
I'm already thinking about that. I've lost like 50 pounds in the last year. But, life's too short to spend it alone. I mean, some people are fine alone, but I was probably humble to that point, but then being back with someone just kind of makes you realize, no, it's definitely a lot better with someone.
Until you get
married. Especially going to the movies. Sucks going there alone.
Yeah. Especially because the movies suck nowadays. You need somebody to go. You need somebody to enjoy that torture with you.
Yeah.
Especially when you're laying in the bed and you feel like your heart stops a beat, then someone can actually nudge you. And you're like, like that.
Not sure
something you want to tell us, Tommy?
Is there some deep dark secrets?
Oh, what?
Anyways,
Yeah, now that's a knife.
No, this is a knife. When Anthony comes, at some point, if Anthony ever comes to North Carolina, I'm gonna show him my knife.
and then I'm gonna stick my cock in his mouth.
I'd like to see him try to do that tonight. Because if he tries,
Best part about it is I can do that. Anyways, moving on. There has been a vote on the website. The last poll was, what microboard should I use on my RV TV? Well, originally the votes all did come in for the Odroid. All of them came in for the Odroid. All three of you. Thank you. But I was looking up here on the Odroid website, and the problem is it's, well, not on the screen at the moment, but to set up the Odroid is a ridiculously amount of steps for Android 4. They're up to 7 now. But what I did discover is that the Pine 64, you can get Android 7 on it. And even better, you can try Remix OS 2.0, so which I'm actually kind of interested. Even though the votes came in and I was solely trying to go for Odroid, I think I'm going to give that Pine 64 a whirl on this one. I want to see what it can do. That thing has been sitting in a closet for I don't know how many months. Let's see what it can do. Let's see if it can perform the Odroid that has very low support, especially on the even the Android side. That's an old Android. And on top of it, you still have to compile the whole thing. And just the directions on the page were insane. And I'm like, no, I just want to download an image and get it going my way and have a more update version of it. But the Pine 64 seems to have a community that keeps flowing with it. So that's where I'm going to go with that. Only problem is I don't have a what I'm trying to say, something to vote on this week. Should it be RV release?
Something about hoboism.
All right. That's going to be.
How do you think Anthert should go about this? Bumming.
what is better, a vagabond or a hobo?
There are differences between them. And a bum, I'm not going to get into it. There's videos out there, especially in the community, where people are flipped out about Hobo Ahle on that. There is our question. Is Hobo Ahle a fraud? Yes or no? And with that, you can always check us out at anthret.com. That's where you're going to be able to vote. And on top of it, you can hit us up at the geekingoffpodcast.com, where you can subscribe, RSS feed, iTunes, and Google Play. Yeah. Or send me your money on Patreon. Give me your money, because YouTube's demonetizing me for ice skating. So give me your money. I'll put it to good use. I'll spend it on booze.
How dare they prevent you from making money off childhood you?
Oh, God dang it. Especially the pedophile video. Come on. Really?
I watched that video. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I left a comment on that video, by the way.
I know. I saw it.
What'd you think? I said
it was great.
Like,
it was great. It was
like
great.
Dave
I'm
Bond.
winding down, Tommy. Anyways, to wind this up, Mr. Macro, give us your closing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in love. Life's pretty good for me. I hope it's good for you. And if it's not, I hope it gets better. Have a lovely weekend.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And oh, yeah, it was from South Park. Oh, Terrence and Phillip. Thank you. Thank you, Eclipse. And Tommy, go ahead. Say goodbyes.
Me?
Yeah, say goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Geek Off Podcast, the most electrifying show. If you want the geekiness, tune into Anthret's show, the Geeking Off Podcast, because let me tell you something, folks. It's like an explosion in your mouth. Prepare yourself for the most electrifying explosion, the pyroclastic flow of entertainment. The Geeking Off Podcast.
Okay. You're gonna make my cock hard if you keep doing that.
Side fact.
Okay. I guess that's it, folks. Yeah. Well, This has been Anthony from AnthWare, and from this time and every time on, folks, keep on clicking on my Hobo Ahle. This is Anthony from AnthWare, signing off.
Anyone else over here? Come on up, come on in.